Namaste, witchlings. As usual, I forgot the damn microphone before I hit the go live button. One of these days. Maybe. Today is not that day. I did remember it before the meditation on Friday. So, hey, there's that. We're making progress. And, oh, all right. Gotta turn the sound off on the phone because it is being obnoxious. The Wi Fi back on, that would help. All right. And how are we today, my friend? I'm surviving. Okay, so we're streaming here. Hello, Chronically Angela. And we are streaming here. All right. We are doing pretty good, it looks like. Okay. So, how are we today, everybody? How was Mother's Day? Mine was fantabulous. Um, my middle child sprung for us to go drive from Seattle to Portland to go to the Oregon Zoo, paid for their sister cousin person thing. My non-biological daughter, to bring her 2 kidlets up from south of there. I'm being respectful and not giving too much information there. Um, Up so that, I could meet my little granddaughter for the first time, and we had so much fun. It was an awesome day, and we got to meet up with a very dear, very old friend of mine. His parents and my parents belonged to the same fraternal organization when I was a teenager, and he and I just clicked and became very good friends way back when. So have not seen him since I got out of the Navy. So honestly, I'm thinking no. The last night I saw him, or the last time I saw him, was at the airport when I went to boot camp. Damn, that's been forever. Jeez. So yeah, it's been a hot minute. So it was a very good Mother's Day for me. So let's get started for today. Ah, I just stuck my okay, I stuck my thumb into wax. Today's candle is honestly for me because, well, I walked a fuck ton yesterday and I am hurting. So here's to a short term pain day and, a quick recovery because fibro is a bitch. All right, putting that away, scooting that over there so I have room. We are using a brand new tarot deck. It was part of my Mother's Day gift from the universe. We'll say that. Um, it was the same order that my picture frame came in, and the Upanishads. I've got a couple other things. The Upanishads are coming today. I can't wait for that either. So, give me just a quick moment to grab my notes, and I will tell you which deck we are using. It is the oh oh air pressure change. My ear is now unhappy. It is the Cozy Witch Tarot Deck by Amanda Lovelace. And the artist is Janina Medeiros. So, I am very excited to use this deck. And the blurb on the back of the box says the creators behind the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck, that is my next acquisition, best-selling author Amanda Lovelace and illustrator Janina Medeiros bring you The Cozy Witch Tarot, a deck that goes perfectly with your comfiest sweater, a lit candle, and a steaming mug of tea. Inspired by the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, we'll get to that in a moment, Cozy Witch Tarot is ideal for beginners and suitable for practitioners at every skill level. Many of us know the Rider-Waite deck. The reason it is now called the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is we are finally giving credit to the woman artist who did most of the artwork for the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And of course, I put my glasses on. Give me a moment. I need to look up her full name. Because I want to give her full credit. Rider. Tighter, huh? I apparently cannot type today. Rider. Smith. Wait, there we go. That is Amazon. Her name is Pamela Coleman Smith. The Rider-Waite Tarot, also known as the Waite-Smith, Rider-Waite-Smith, or Rider Tarot, is a popular tarot deck that was first published in 1909 by the Rider Company. The deck was created under the guidance of A. E. Waite, an academic and mystic, and illustrated by Pamela Coleman Smith, both members of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. The deck has 78 cards divided into the major and minor arcanas and has inspired many variations or imitations and variants. The Golden Dawn actually had their own deck, and this one, I hate this deck, this particular deck. It just does not like me. I have never been able to use this one. So yeah. Um, Golden Dawn, if you do some research, and I'm going to real quick. Golden Dawn. Golden Dawn order. The Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn was a secret society devoted to the study and practice of occult hermeticism and metaphysics during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. They were active in Great Britain and focused its practices on theurgy and spiritual development. Many present-day concepts of ritual and magic that are at the center of contemporary traditions, such as Wicca and Thelema, were inspired by the Golden Dawn, which became one of the largest single influences on 20th century Western occultism. The reason I am looking it up is there are some very, very, very well-known Golden Dawn members. Aleister Crowley, Arthur Conan Doyle, Pamela Coleman Smith, as we have already said, A.E. Waite, as we have already said, Yeats, W.B. Yeats. Allegedly, Bram Stoker was a member. Nobody has confirmed this, though. And some contemporaries. Okay. But yes. I swear there was another member, but I cannot remember for sure. So I'm not going to mention it until I do some more research. But yes, that is the Golden Dawn and the history there. So let's begin with our cards for today. Make sure I have them right side up. Yes, I do. Aha. We all know I tend to grab my cards backwards and upside down. These cards have a little, I think they're a question or a statement that kind of sums up the card on the card. So today's first card is the Ace of Wands. There we go. And on the bottom, it says, "Don't you see how your passion makes you glow? Like a candle on a cozy night in, something within you has been set alight. This energy may come in the form of an all consuming desire to create something new." What the hell did I just do? Son of a bitch. Ah, we'll get there. I am sorry. I went to move my notes and accidentally grabbed a tab on my browser. Hate it when I do that. Okay, so like a candle on a cozy night in, something within you has been set alight. This energy may come in the form of an all-consuming desire to create something new, or the need to immerse yourself in a love affair of sorts, whether that's with another person or a project. Regardless, you feel a passion you've never felt before, and you may want nothing more than to act on it. Or perhaps all you can think about is the damage this tiny flame could cause if it was left to burn for too much longer. If the latter is the case, I don't blame you, witch. And you might want to get that candle snuffer and keep it close in case things get a little too intense. Or you could let the fire run wild and see what happens. Next, we have the Nine of Swords. The little thing at the bottom is saying, "We all get a bit carried away with our worries sometimes. Why is this witch staring at her ceiling? Why has she been staring at the ceiling all night? She keeps playing and replaying her what if scenarios. Now she'll only be getting a few hours of sleep, so she's going to be a zombie tomorrow. If you find this at all relatable, then this card comes to you with a comforting energy. Most of our fears are unfounded and never actually happen, but it would be dishonest to say that they never happen at all. Even if it does turn out that your worries were for a good reason, know that everything is going to be okay. You will get through this just like you've gotten through everything before it. You have a 100% success rate at surviving things so far. So you might as well get your shut eye and try to get some sleep. Next, we have the Seven of Swords. You got to check out the artwork because it kind of plays into this. Are your actions truly as selfless as you think they are? No creepy critters in this house, this witch is thinking, going in for the kill. Let's hope she doesn't follow through. Spiders are beneficial to have in one's home as they help rid it of some much more damaging pests. You are being called to ask yourself this: is it necessary to be sneaky and cruel to get what I want? Take our witch here, okay? Show you our witch here. For example, killing a scary but ultimately harmless spider might be the most convenient thing to do in the moment, but wouldn't it just be so much better to just move to another room if it bothers her that much? That way, she doesn't end up feeling guilty for killing the spider, and the spider can just do its job for her. You see, when you avoid harming others as much as humanly possible, everyone wins. I mean, I can see that. It is so much better for everyone when it comes to spiders if you just gently rehome the spider to the outdoors. I will admit I am arachnophobic. I despise spiders with everything I have in me. But I also would much prefer to rehome them outside rather than them in my house. But I also know that if I let them live in my house, they are going to kill the ickier creepy crawlies that could actually do some damage. So, it's balance. Coffee is good. Next, we have our oracle cards. What do our oracle cards have to say today? First, well, it's never over. We are back to the Della Luna oracles. I like the unicorns, but they're just too Christian preachy for my taste right now. So we have It's Never Over. Yeah. Then we're taking a detour. Where is the detour going to lead us? It's Never Over, Detour, and Never Again. That's actually kind of scary. Detour, or It's Never Over, Detour, Never Again. You know what I didn't do? I did not look to see if maybe they would correlate with the cards that we pulled today. It's never over. Does that correlate with our passion? And then a detour correlating with our stressing and worrying all night long and never again. No, I think they more relate to each other than correlate with the tarot. They relate to each other, and it's tickling my mind, but I can't tell you how they're relating to each other today. I can see it, but it's just I can't verbalize it, and that bugs me. We'll see. All right. Now I put these away. I set my glasses case on top of the case for the cards. I gotta clean again today. It's Monday. Mondays hate me. Today's rune is a rune of travel, which is ironic considering I traveled yesterday. We have Rado. There we go. There we go. Now you can see it. Rado. The divinity is Nerthus, the goddess and mother of the family. The letter is R. The symbol is the wheel. The element is air. Tree is oak. Plant is mugwort. Stone is chrysoprase. Color is bright red. And the animal is the hawk. All right. Rado is the rune of travel, journey, and exploration. This rune should accompany you on all major journeys across the land, sea, spirit, or mind, for it will keep you safe and help you stay your course. Rado represents a change of space and environment, a time of growth and excitement when the larger picture becomes more clear and tangible. Use Rado when you embark on all journeys in this life. Sorry, my lips are horribly chapped again. I think they got slightly sunburned yesterday. Rado represents the right path being chosen. If you are traveling and Rado is present, you can assure yourself that your choices are righteous and just, and that you're in control of your momentum towards achieving your goals. Meditate on this rune to find your true path, and always remember to do what feels right to you. Fate is always at work, pulling the strings of our existence. With practice, you will learn ways to bend and shape the odds in your favor. May the odds be ever in your favor. And the tools to persevere when you're in over your head. Rado represents being smart and calculated on your journeys. Do not expect this rune to work for you if you don't put any work into staying safe and coherent while traveling, however. Remember to retain control of your propulsion toward your destinations and do not become careless. We must be tactical and precise in our journey if we want the powers of this rune to work. Don't forget to apply this rune to your overall lifestyle and always use caution when traveling to new places. Rado is the rhythm of time, life, and represents the tempo of the universe. In order to connect to this, we must be rhythmic in our own lives as well. We must form habits with equal intervals to establish tradition, thus mirroring the patterns of nature. The rhythm of the natural order exists like the very air we breathe, and it must be recognized in order to find balance and control within this life. Rado is control over our momentum and propulsion, the reins of the chariot within our soul. Rado can be viewed as the system of trials and tests we must endure to become who and what we are supposed to be. Through these trials and journeys, we find our true selves and begin to recognize the ancient truth in everything around us. Our perspective grows with every new territory conquered, physical or metaphysical, and we must conquer certain aspects of our lives in order to find truth and strength within ourselves. Use Rado to find these truths. They await you on your journeys. Oh, TMJ is horrific. Oh, as our rune of the day, recognize that everything comes in cycles and that by following them, you will progress quickly and efficiently. Align your lifestyle to the seasons and honor the turning of the year. Embrace hard times, knowing that the harder it is now, the easier it will be in the future. Everything has its opposite, and challenges bring equal and opposite rewards. Life and change continue, and we must always go on. And I am hearing Celine Dion singing in the back of my head. We will eventually end up where we began, but on a higher level and with a better perspective. The journey never really ends. Rado allows us to channel our energies in an effective way so that these energies flow in a manner that will help us obtain our goal. However, to use this rune to its full power, we must know how to place ourselves in the right place at the right time. In relationships, it is a good time to talk about your relationships. Both partners need to clarify all the misunderstandings and to resolve controversial issues. I can spit it out, I can. This must be done in a friendly and honest manner without monologues and convictions. At the same time, you need to speak freely about everything that worries you because there may not be another time to do it. In work, Rado rune means successfully overcoming difficulties. That being said, it does not claim that the problems are completely absent, however, it indicates they can be resolved. Another interpretation is a successful negotiation outcome. In addition, it suggests you will soon receive important information and it will be delivered by some means of communication. I would like to point out that it generally, if you're going to receive important information, it's going to come via some means of communication. I'm just saying, most of us aren't psychic and telepathic and shit. So, yeah. Continuing on, our key takeaways of Rado. Travel, both in physical terms and in lifestyle. A journey, vacation, relocation, evolution, or just a change of place or your setting. Seeing the larger perspective, seeing the right move for you to make and deciding to do it, your personal rhythm, the world rhythm, and the dance of life. A journey, a pilgrimage, a change, destiny, a quest, progress, and life lessons. And today's goddess, we have Freya, boldness. She is, according to this Scandinavian, she's a Norse goddess. Many of us are familiar with us. She is the life partner, wife, whatever you want to call her, of the All Father. How did I just forget his name? Odin. All Father. She is wife of Odin, mother of Thor and Loki. So her mythology, once I scoot this closer and ditch the glasses, the Norse goddess of love and ruler of war and death, Freya is a beautiful sorceress who rides around in a cat-drawn golden chariot. Can you see why I like her? According to her legend, she was born to mediate the conflict between two warring groups of Norse gods, the peaceful Vanir and the combative Aesir. She joined the Vanir hostages in Asgard, home of the Aesir gods, quickly won them over with her charm, and established a spiritual piece. She wears a falcon feathered cloak that allows her to travel swiftly between heaven and earth. On the battlefield, she has first choice of the souls who will come and live with her in the enormous palace in Asgard, where they celebrate forever in joy and pleasure. Because of her beauty and love of pleasure, she was also famous for her sexuality in many of her myths. In one particular myth, she is obsessed with obtaining the famous amber necklace, Brisingamen, from the four dwarves who forged it. She loved the beautiful necklace the moment she set her eyes on it, and the four dwarves asked that she pay for it by sleeping with each of them. Beauty for beauty. Call on Freya when you need the push to be bold and embark upon an adventure to pursue your heart's desire. Okay, playful goddess of love and ruler over war and death, Freya appears before you to encourage you to boldly go forth. Now is not the time to play small. Step into your power, embrace your desires, and take swift action to manifest them fully in your life. Freya's got your back. I would love to have Freya, on my side because she is a kick-ass goddess that I would not want to piss off. I mean, come on. Look at who she is married to and her children. And she's pretty badass in and of herself. I have some friends who are worshippers of the goddess Freya, and they are some of the most badass people I know. I'll be honest. All right. Our Namaste comes first. Why did my brain, hiccup on that? Today's Namaste, we are relaxing our body. Relaxing your body promotes tranquility, and when done before bed, promotes more restful sleep. While in a comfortable position, consciously move through each part of your body and release any tension. Close your eyes and start at the top of your head and forehead. Hold your eyes together softly, tilt your head back slightly, and straighten your spine. Relax your ears, your mouth, your neck, and your shoulders. Move to your chest, your tummy, and your bum, thighs, calves, and feet. Stay in this relaxed state for some time before returning to your daily routine, or simply go right to sleep. For an enhanced experience, imagine your breath entering each part of your body as you release the tension. That's called breathing into a space. And what we just did with this, and I went very quickly, is also known as a body scan meditation. Typically, though, body scan starts at your feet, I think. I haven't done a body scan like that in a while. I think they start at your feet. My brain's just, it's Monday, and yeah. Oh, I did not even look at today's cards when I pulled them. I like this one. Today's self-compassion, rear view wishes. Make a wish for your 7-year-old self. What is something you wish for your 7-year-old self? How about your teenaged self? And then, how about a wish for yourself today? So many things for all of them. That's the gospel truth. There are so many things that I wish for all of the versions of me. And then, what does Mr. Rogers have to share with us today? I think I've read this one, but with yesterday having been Mother's Day, I really. If the day ever came when we were able to accept ourselves and our children exactly as we and they are, then I believe we would have come very close to an ultimate understanding of what good parenting means. It's a part of being human to fall short of that total acceptance, and often far short. But one of the most important gifts a parent can give a child is the gift of accepting that child's uniqueness. God, that man was ahead of his time. Considering the number of children, whether they be minors or adults, who are rejected by their parents for coming out as any part of the LGBTQ community, it's heartbreaking. And I just, my own coming out, it was very difficult for me even to come out to my dad. Um, I could not say it out loud. I just pointed to words on a computer screen. And I love my daddy. He looked at it and went, "Your point? I've known forever. Just don't tell your mom, she'll disown you." That's what I that's the part that hurt. The fact that he said that, and I knew it. I mean, I had no plans to ever, and I accidentally kinda did once. Um, the fact that he and I both acknowledged that coming out to my mother was not an option, because she would. She claimed to be accepting of LGBTQ people, and that she had no problem with LGBTQ people existing, etc., and that they deserved the right to get married and have children and blah 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 blah. But when I came out to my dad, he immediately said, "Don't tell your mother, she'll disown you." So it was fine for everybody else, just not for her kids. I have 3 kids of my own, and at least 2 of them fall under the rainbow. I could not imagine, whether I did or not, not accepting my children, because those are my babies. I love my kids. I don't care who they love or how or any of it. I mean, one of my kids is non-binary and has changed their name. And I don't care. They're still my kid. They're still the same person they've always been. I don't it's just got to be a me thing, that I don't understand how people can raise this child and love this child, and when they, come out as LGBTQ, or another example is the mother had an affair or whatever, and dad didn't know until much later in the child's life, and all of a sudden finds out that he's not the biological father, and now all of a sudden he doesn't love the child anymore. How can you love this child for, years, and now all of a sudden turn those feelings off? No, it does not make sense to me. But I know I am weird. I am a rare case. But that's me. Anyway, I'm done ranting. I apologize. It is Monday. We have our topic for this week's podcast. We will be talking about self-compassion. I still need to send Dr. Ness that email. I will be doing that as soon as I'm done here. And I hope you guys will join me. Otherwise, have a fantabulous, magical, blessed, wonderful day. If your day yesterday was as full as mine, please do go get some rest, unless you're at work. Otherwise, thank you for joining me. Spread love, spread joy, spread kindness, and tell your loved ones how much they mean to you. I will see you all tomorrow. I love you.